We're in a beautiful time here in Atlanta where we're between pollen assaults. We had a really heavy pollen preseason and it's going to happen again. But right now, with some rain that we've just had, it's kind of perfectly lovely outside. Everything's turning green. The air is lovely. We can breathe. Nothing's yellow because of the coating of pollen. However, I'm looking at the trees. Beautiful living in Atlanta because it's a forested capital. And I'm looking at the trees surrounding our property, and I'm kind of amazed by the duality of trees and how that really reflects our lives and actually represents a lot of the work that I do. So when you look at a tree and you realize that trees have two definitive growth directions, they grow both down and up. And other than trees that have a single taproot like pines, when you look at oak trees and massive trees, they have a very similar structure below ground and above ground, but they have two different styles of motion. One is gravitropic, where they move like a seed that's put in the dark, moist ground. It has a gravitropic movement, which means that it moves towards gravity. And there's a ton of resistance. The tree roots have to grow and expand, pushing against resistance to go deeper and deeper into the soil to create a foothold. When the seed starts to sprout a plant and the plant begins to push through the soil, it's then phototropic. It grows towards the sun, and there's no resistance there. It's resisting gravity is the only resistance there is, but it's moving towards sunlight. So we have one that has to live in and move through darkness. The other direction is moving into and through light. And that's really interestingly parallel to the way we work, particularly when we're putting our work out into the world. Nobody sees all of the effort when the lights aren't turned on and it's not public. They don't see all the work that you do to set up the foundation, to grow your roots, to ground the work that you're creating, toiling away late at night, all day, you name it. That's you building the foundation, building those roots. That's the gravitropic piece, pushing down to establish roots. And then when your work begins to show traction and break forth into the light, that's when people begin to see it. But they never necessarily see or appreciate all the work that was done in the dark. They just see how beautiful the tree is above ground. I think it's really important for us to look at both, because it's the work that we do that nobody sees, the work that's done behind the scenes, below ground, in the dark, that makes the work we do in the light actually work and makes you, you. All the work that you choose to do in the background, underground, is what makes you, you. It's what causes you to grow, your work to grow, your impact to grow, and presumably your wealth to grow. So how are you balancing your appreciation and gratitude for the work that you're doing, not just what everybody else sees that you can get the pat on the head for and the accolades and the acknowledgement and the awards? Nobody's going to give you the acknowledgement for the work that you've done that isn't in the light. Are you valuing that work?